Hi Aquarius, if you want to come on in for your ink blot, feel free to take a screenshot so you can scry on your own time and terms for any shapes or symbols that speak to your psyche and psychic senses. I'm going to dig in here and let's explore your abstract aura for any spirit messages that may come through. Shapes or symbols that speak. Thank you as always for holding space for me to share my insights. Aquarians. Something about like a poof balls, like poof balls. I don't know. I'm also seeing fish, but they're in the ethereal, in energy. Aquarians, like they're like a tropical fish. Okay, so it's like they're a nice piranha. Does that make sense? Like a pretty piranha. That's exactly what I'm seeing, is a pretty piranha. It's making me feel like I'm in a moat, and I'm sensing that these pretty piranhas, this moat is around the Aquarian energy and the spirit of Aquarians. And they are pretty docile when they're not triggered or feel like there's something to like turn them into their other aspect of what we traditionally would know as a piranha. Like seeing that little dog. But it's piranha, but it's in your water bearing, like this ability to protect your pretty water. And you can do it. You do it with style, at least is how I'm feeling, Aquarians. I'm also seeing lots of air bubbles, like your waters, if I may, your water-bearing abilities, which I'm seeing a lot of air as well with the air bubbles. I don't know if there's lots of thoughts going on, or yeah, it feels like there's a lot of aeration, a lot of filtering going on. Like maybe clearing up anything that the piranhas have attacked and then pooped out, and it's like being released. I'm seeing polar bears, and these polar bears have a big knife. See it? But they're like slicing away. At least I'm seeing them as polar bears. Aquarians, I don't know if there's something you're oh, okay, so I just saw it. So down here, right there. And this I'm seeing as a sword. It's actually dark but with light around it. Aquarians, I don't know if you've recently, like, first of all, something might have happened to an arm. Maybe it's like circulation, or just something about like elbow up to the hand. Like someone turn your words into weapons type deal, or you felt you were attacked more recently, maybe by somebody you know or don't know. But this feels like projections from the public, if I'm being honest, but it could get personal if that's how I'm feeling. If that makes sense in some regards. So it's almost like with this polar bear, and that symbology may stand out, and I encourage you to look that up. I'm sensing it as very protective. This polar bear is protective, and there's another creature behind it that looks like a poodle. So you have a polar bear and a poodle, and these feel almost like parents. Maybe your parents or grandparents, this, that, or the other. It could even just be the male and female aspects and the archetypes of your energy that are working together, because you got a lot of clearing going on. This pretty and the piranha, very balanced energy within oneself, but it's like they're playing very specific roles. And this polar bear is being protective, and it's not even like assuming what comes at it is light. is not hiding something, like it's blinding and like a distraction, right? And again, this feels public to personal. I'm not entirely sure, I'm not going to lie. But because this has an air of dark in it, it's like this polar bear isn't quick to just open the gates of what's shiny, right? That's how it's feeling, Aquarians. Piranhas, poodles, and polar bears. Oh my. I'm seeing a wolf. So the polar bear, which I'm sensing is of the male energy aspect, or yourself or someone in a position around you. Right in here, you probably can't see it with the details, but I'm seeing it as a wolf. Okay, so it's like the whole wolf in sheep's clothing thing. It's coming at it like a white wolf, like, oh, I'm just a sheep. And the polar bear is like, no, I see you. So Aquarians are, at least what I'm sensing is around your aura, there's people and spirit that are, like, your ability to discern and decide is heightening. And your piranhas work in the air and in the water, a lot of molecules as well. There's the female aspect has a little something. What is that? I don't know if it's an elephant. Like she remembers, like she's the one who remembers details. That's how I'm hearing that. Thank you. Details. I'm gonna kind of zoom out here, Aquarians. If there's any other shapes or symbols that are speaking in the spirit of your sign. I feel like you're going somewhere, but one place led to like a dead end, Aquarians. And I don't mean dead end like it was dead, done, and over. I mean more like you explored it to know that it went there. Like that's the end of this tunnel. That's the end of this project. That's maybe the end of this relationship or friendship, commitment to something or other. It could even be a job, but like you went the distance. I'm going to bring out the mirror here to get like a interdimensional ink blot and go all the way through and see if anything else stands out. It's like I can see someone. Are they scuba diving? I think that's the closest thing I would know, through like crevices and stuff. So if there's been a question about did I go the distance? Did I go to the end so that there's no regrets? And I'm very clearly seeing yes. That cavern that ends there, and it's like now you might be swimming out backwards or slowly stepping back, moving through this water. I also feel like someone's treasure hunting for things that somebody else might have left. Like if you did have a deep connection with someone or something, or you were highly invested in a job or career, like something in the psychology or in the mind space, different seeds, and you're like, you're going in and you're picking things out. You're like, no, that's not supposed to be there. Or I'm done with that now. And you could draw it out. And it's like, I can see it flipped up to the piranhas. And they, like those poops. And they filter them out. I'm also seeing a salamander. I'm seeing, I don't know if it's Eeyore or like a chubby horse. Feels very happy. I feel very happy when I'm in and around this little area here. There's something about being content. I don't know if there's a part of you that contemplates contentment, or that's a goal right now. Maybe you are feeling content because of all this work that you've been doing. I flipped it to win it. Sorry, Aquarians. If you like, share, subscribe, all the links are below to donate, buy me a coffee, or PayPal. As well, if you want to request your own Rorschach in a reading, the link is below. I thank you very much for your support. And let's keep going here. Sorry, I'm very distracted by your ink blot. It's very alluring. Yeah, it's just very alluring. Okay, so I'm seeing, I think it's like the Kraken. Is that a thing? Like this big thing is the Kraken, but it's giving like, let's see if I can open it up. I'm being gravitated to this connection here. And it's like this Kraken, no, that's not the right deck, thank you, is Nemo, the fish, and it's jumping up out of the water to give you a kiss or like a pet. Like, so now I'm at like, I don't know, like marine land or where you are, if there's something along that lines, like an aquarium. Maybe somebody works in the aquatics, but they're jumping up. It's like the piranha thing again, like they're these predator, like release the Kraken, this predator feel, but somehow the Aquarians, at least because I'm invited in, predators and like pretty and profound. It's like the Kraken and Nemo, like that mashup is only seen through the Aquarian's eyes. Something about training as well. I feel like this has been done over time. It's very endearing. It's very endearing. Again, there's that male and female aspect. So now I'm seeing your wolf. Yeah. And this female aspect, or your female energy, stands on the shoulder of the wolf to pet or kiss or feed this Kraken Nemo thing. Take advice. This is the wisdom of the male and female aspects working together in the Aquarian energy. I also feel like there might be a male spirit working with you, especially if you are a female expression of Aquarian. Might have been like a father figure, grandfather that gave you a lot of advice, or like a mentor, a boss, somebody that you admired and would receive information from. Okay, thank you. And now I'm being asked to say the wolf and the female, which I'm seeing more like a almost like a candle. She's very candleish. Okay, so they work together to communicate to you from spirit, and this is you. I feel like you're a very big presence to them. So they could be your parents or grandparents, or two people that just, they go to great lengths to give you advice from spirit while you're incarnate. Oh, and there's that elephant trunk up there, because somewhere in the back of your mind you remember things. You remember things. Remember and renewal. Remember and renewal. These spirits are helping you remember, because what you're doing in the air of Aquarians is it's like a balancing act of magic. I'm also seeing feathers. I'm also seeing a dog, like if it was, I think it's a dog. And I'm seeing, okay, so I'm just going to say, I don't need it to make sense for me. It's like a 3-ring circus. And there's a dog, like, doing tricks, but there's someone leading the dog. It's not in regards to like, the dog's happy to do that. Very loyal to you, very loyal to you. This is also, again, in the male energy. Might have been if you've had a male dog pass. Deception and wisdom. New chapter. Okay, Aquarians. Sorry, I'm digging right in here. If I don't look up, I'm sorry. I'm very invested in your ink blot and your spirit messages coming through. Okay, so remember when we were talking about like the polar bear and like maybe from the public or personal? So one, I want to say when I'm in the 3-ring circus, I'm seeing the public, but my personal space that I'm responsible for, that I invest in, is in these circles, these 3 rings. So maybe it's, you know, like the me or the I, to my family or to my career or to my, do you know what I'm saying? Apply whatever you'd like in there. So I am in the 3-ring circus, and those are my personal spaces. And the audience of the public that is watching, projecting, but also wanting someone to get closer, right? Like, how are you doing all this? So the polar bear was getting attacked by something that looked like it was in of the light, but it wasn't. Some sort of deception. And spirit helped you. Like a mentor, parent, grandparent, somebody that you highly respect. So I'm suddenly seeing like a hierarchy of the circus, and I don't know the hierarchy, because it's not, even though it's a collective working together, there's something about this that there's still, like, depending on which department or area you're with, there's elders in that position that you would go to. Like, you wouldn't go to the, I don't know, one area of the circus or sideshow, say maybe like that does this kind of show, like non-aquatics, let's say, to reach certain advice. So it's like you know your people and they come to you, but there's this collective. So if there's something in regards to the aquatics, I'm sorry if this is all very symbolic and all over the place, but sorry, not sorry. So, but if there's something in the aquatics that has an earth element, you would go and seek out maybe the earth part, mentor, this, that, or the other. Anyway, parents are in spirit, are still helping you because of some sort of deception. But at the same time, Aquarians, I feel like you're very public. Very public. I don't know if that's something you're aiming for in your career, if that's something that you're working towards, or starting to expose yourself and realizing the renewal of some sort of boundaries is going to be there. And again, wisdom's come through. So not only are you taking advice from spirit, because I feel like you might have been backstabbed a few times, but little do they know, now they're helping making you stronger. Like the boundaries of your 3-ring circus are being stronger, and they're going to have to watch from the audience because you've taken some advice. You've sought out different things of how to work in your element of water bearing, because this is about what you're sharing, about how your energy feels to me. It's not like you're always in water. You've grounded something. You've been able to ground some advice you've been given and turn it into a wisdom, your wisdom. And now you are the wise one. And a new chapter begins. A new chapter, so like the 3-ring circus turns into a 4-ring, and like a new show can begin, or a new offering. You know, like seeing the dogs jump around, and then maybe there's acrobatics, and then there's the aquatic section, and then maybe there's like weird things. This is how it's all feeling for me in your aura. And anyone who, no, thanks. Tried to like, when I say like backstab and deceive you, you're very protected again. But you also protect yourself now. And when you want, need, or desire, or are curious to be like, you look for more information. Like I said, you'll talk to people. It's almost like I can see if you were being offered a new job or a relationship or something like that. And just like if you're buying something, you would look at the reviews. And so in this case, let's say it's a job. So someone offers you a new job. Maybe you applied, they offer you the job, and you're like, okay, thank you. But then like you go and talk to other people that work there, or you do a little bit more digging. You don't take them at their face value, right? You appreciate it, but you're like, okay. You look at the reviews, Aquarians. You're looking at the reviews. It feels good because you're also being reviewed by all these public people. Okay. Oh my goodness, Aquarians. Fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Yeah, this is your fourth circle of the 3-ring circus. It's almost like I can hear somebody felt like they were in a 3-ring circus, like things were just kind of crazy and chaotic. These spirits are definitely stepping forward to help stabilize. You are hearing them, you are heeding them, you remember, you are remembering, and you're renewing boundaries like a bull. Bull is up there. And not to be bullheaded, but just strong. And from anything that has backstabbed you before, they're now turning into feathers. And you're like, thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Your swords are feathers. Why was I holding this card up? Anyway, so you're like, oh, I don't need to take away anything. I'm actually going to add something else. Appreciation and walking away. And that feels like that feathery feeling in regards to this new chapter. You're very appreciative of the things that in any context, personal, professional, that you're choosing to walk away from. You know, remaining appreciative. And again, this female spirit really, really adores you. Really, really adores you. And the male just like really grounds you and is super loyal to you. Super, super loyal. If it's a pet or a person, the loyalty and love is there. They're very, very highly protective. All right, Aquarians, I'm going to leave it there. I feel like I've taken up too much of your time. But if you see, sense, or feel anything, please feel free to comment below. Inspire other perspective possibilities, because even something might be being born as well. That's that 4th ring. Thank you. At least from my space of seeing and sensing. I love it. Okay, Aquarians. Thank you so much for joining me. And until next time. Bye.